goodness, there we go. That's our first dunk of the game. 3-point shootout champion. All we're waiting for.
Of stars placed in the sky by one God. Millions of us leap up or rise to one God. So many children calling to Him by many a different name, one Father, loving each the same. Many the ways all of us pray to one God. Many the paths winding the ways to one God. Walk with me, friend, there ain't no stranger after His work was done for your God and my God are one for your God and my God are one.
Let us all stand, ladies and gentlemen. Tumayo po tayong lahat. At kung maaari po sana, pakitanggal mo ng ating mga sombrero. Please remove your caps for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw na kailan pamay di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng luwal, hatid pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mang-aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Manatili po tayong nakatindig. Please remain standing or Zamboanga hymn.
Zamboanga, hermoso flores y amores y adorna su jardín. Él es la imagen del bello Edén. Zamboanga, hermosa, preciosa perlita, orgullo de Mindanao.
Marami pong salamat. You may now be seated.
Enjoy. Kasi nakita ko yung idol ko, si Choy Ignacio.
Medyo po mahirap po siya, pero masaya pa din po.
Maraming salamat, idol, sa sponsor lahat na mag-isa MPBL.
Marami po kasi mga bata mahilig na mag-basketball dito po sa syudad ng Zamboanga City. So, gusto po namin na ma-experience din po at matutunan din po ng mga bata dito ang mga learnings ng mga pro basketball players ng MPBL. Which yun naman po ang ina-aspire ng bawat bata na mahilig mag-basketball na mapunta po sila sa Maynila at maging pro basketball player.
Una sa lahat, salamat sa Alitan at sa MPBL na makapagturo dito sa mga bata. Sobrang overwhelming kasi knowing dito ako galing, dito rin ako nag-umpisa sa Cebu pa lang. Alam ko yung pakiramdam na nag-start dito.
Kailangan bigyan natin pansin itong mga kabataan dito. Kasi maraming nasa out of school youth kabataan na hindi nag-aaral na may potential na bata.
Masayang-masaya po ang mga bata, hindi lang po mga bata, pati mga magulang po nila na makasama po nila ang mga idol po nila at matutunan po ang mga learnings na natutunan din po ng mga idol nila.
Yun lang, kung hilig talaga nila mag-basketball, talagang pinaghihirapan talaga dapat hindi agad-agad na nakukuha. So yun, kailangan talaga hard work. Kumbaga, level eh. Dito ka muna sa level 1 hanggang sa marami kang matututunan. So yun.
Huwag silang tumigil na mangarap para at least pagdating ng panahon, aanihin din nila yung mga pagpupursige nila nitong kabataan nila.
Basta maging discipline lang kayo sa sarili nyo at magtiwala sa sarili nyo. And manalo Diyos.
Sa kabila ng kahirapan ng buhay, huwag po kayong susuko. Basta ipagpatuloy nyo lang po ang inyong pangarap. Kaya natin to.
Es a todo. Are you ready? Welcome to the 2024 MPBL All-Star Game presented by Sikat. The best of the best will battle it out, so let's turn it up and witness greatness. Loud and proud as the rivalry is about to explode. Bringing the heat and brilliance, your MPBL North Division All-Stars. First on the deck is the fiery guard representing the Valenzuela Classic Dynacast, number 88, Carl Brian Lacap. Is a dynamic wing player with a little three-point shot. Caloocan Batang Kangkalu represents number 11, Paul Sanga. A lanky and strong defender in the paint, representing the Quezon City Toda Action Party List, number 18, Jason Ballesteros. Next up is a defensive anchor who's always hustling on the court, from Manila SB Batang Sampaloc SGA, number 21, Rabah Al Husseini. He's a true playmaker who can dish and swish, from Pangasinan Heatwaves, number 7, Hesed Gabo. A fearless and forceful player of Pangasinan Heatwaves, number 12, Senor Explosivo Mike Huico. He serves as the orchestrator of the team, a flashy and courageous leader from Abra Weavers, number 38, Roy Sumang. A swingman who can run and gun, from Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards, number 8, Robbie Celis. He's a bruising interior player who plays for the Pasay Voyagers, number 4, Warren Bonifacio. Next is the high-flying forward from the Quezon City Toda Action Party List, number 23, Rinwil Yambing. Followed by another explosive player from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, AMG 3 Construction, number 2, the Royal Bazooka, Archie Concepcion. Now let's meet the first unit of the North Division All-Stars. A lightning fast guard who won back-to-back three-point contests from the San Juan Knights. Go for gold, number 5, Orlan Wamar Jr. Is the combo guard who plays for the Pasay Voyagers. Number 1, El Trilla Lawrence Victoria. His towering presence intimidates opponent around the rim from Manila SB, Batang Sampaloc SGA. Number 20, Greg Zilla Slaughter. Appearing on his third MPBL All-Star, a dominant force to be reckoned with. Representing the Nueva Ecija Rise Vanguards, number 14, Will McAloney. Completing the powerhouse cast, just in time, is a unicorn who can make and break down defenses. With his impressive intelligence, he was last year's All-Star and season MVP, Justin Baltazar. The head coach is Honorable Governor of Pampanga, Dennis Delta Pineda with Pedic Dimatulak. Ladies and gentlemen, your North Division All-Stars. They are ready to put on a show for you. Let's welcome your South Division All-Stars. An MPBL All-Star debut, he thrives in the fast-paced game and can drain big baskets. From Bacolod City of Smiles, Louis Vigil. He's made a strong impact for the Mindoro Tamaraws in recent games, showcasing his scoring ability and earning a spot in his first MPBL All-Star game. Number 12, JJ Caspe. A versatile big man who plays with determination and toughness. From the South Cotabato Warriors, Larry Rodriguez. Is a 1-2 punch, reliable in the clutch, representing the Davao Occidental Tigers Coco Life, number 3, Mac Talio. The tenacious guard for the Sarangani Marlins is known for his ability to knock down shots from long distance. Ryan Suwal. An astonishing player who's providing quality minutes for the Negros Muscovaros in his first MPBL All-Star game tonight, Renz Palma. A great defender of Davao Occidental Tigers Coco Life, confident and top-minded, number 18, Art de la Cruz. Next on the deck is an all-around player, aggressive and impressive. From Batangas City, Tanduay Ram Masters number 22, the Sniper de Mexico, Levi Hernandez. Having one of the best seasons of his career, is agile and uses his muscle to hustle. From Parañaque Patriots, JP Sarao. He's known for his electrifying razzle-dazzle and relentless hustle. He's an incredible player from Binyan Tatagel Beast Motorcycle GameX. Number 88, Kenny Roca Curva. Now, moving on with your very own, is always committed and determined, LD Aton Uban, Estaba Nakasanyangan. Zamboanga Master Sergeants represents number 4, Choi Ignacio. Now let's unite and reignite with the starting 5 of the South All-Stars. He's a formidable player, blazing hot and making his way to a 4th All-Star game from Batangas City Tanduay Raw Masters, Sed Ablaza. A super crafty and one of the fastest guards in the league. From the Quezon Huskers, he excels at driving to the basket or pulls up for a tray. Number 13, LJ Gonzalez. He's an ace athletic big man with an uncanny ability to alter shots. Also from the Quezon Huskers, number 5, Simon Sandagon. Next on the line is the prolific guard with razor-sharp hands. Give it up for this good fellow from Parañaque Patriots, number 9, Jello Razon. His defensive prowess never fades. A true leader on the court and magnifies the strength of his teammates. Number 15, Pinoy Sakuragi, Mark Pingris. The head coach is Eric Gonzalez with Luis Nolasco and Ed De La Torre. Ladies and gentlemen, your MPBL South Division All-Stars. Now both teams at the center court for the sportsmanship handshake.
It is time for us to celebrate the best and the brightest that the MPBL has to offer. It is the All-Star Game for the 6th campaign of our beloved league. And having introduced our players for the North and South All-Stars, again, we have the storyline of a gigantic North Division squad with Will Macaloni, Baldi Baltazar, and Greg Slaughter leading the front line of the North, taking on the very promising lineup as well of the South All-Stars, with Mark Pingris being the leader of this team.
So glad everyone could join us here, Migs, and it's an absolute treat to be here in Zamboanga for this All-Star Showcase. And kung titingnan mo, you know, it's been the South with 3 wins so far, and last year with the entry of Justin Baltazar, the North squad, well, it was, you know, things have changed. Pero, you know, it was still a competitive game, and you can trust that this is going to be a good one. Even though, sinasabi nga natin, itong North, may mga higante.
And it's not just the starting lineup for the North Division. They have a couple more giants off the bench in the likes of Jason Ballesteros, Warren Bonifacio, Raba Luceni, and the birthday boy himself in Robbie Celis. But the South Division is pretty deep in itself, so we cannot count them out. Greg Zilla will be making his first appearance as an all-star in his career. That's a guy who has only lost 3 times so far in the MPBL.
And you know, pairing him up with Justin Baltasar should be a joy to watch. Should be interesting. And you know, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda has put together a really tall lineup, and we can, you know, we might see here 5 centers on the floor together.
Right. We've been building up the narrative of maybe Balti can play the point guard position. Jason Ballesteros joked with us that he wants to shoot more, possibly in the All-Star game as a shooting guard for Coach Dennis Delta Pineda and Coach Pedic Di Matulak. The Pampanga Giant Lanterns coaching staff will be leading the way for the North Division, and it will be the coaching staff of the Quezon Huskers for the South Division.
Yeah, and you know, that by the time that we actually had this, you know, when the MPBL came up with an all-star list, number 1 ang Quezon at Pampanga in the respective divisions, and that's why si Gov Delta and si Coach Eric Gonzalez ang may hawak ng mga all-stars natin ngayon.
Now, initially, there were 2 different starters for the South All-Stars in JC Marcelino and Christian Pajarito, who will not be able to make it in tonight's outing. That's why they will be replaced, rightfully so, by Jello Razon and Mark Pingris.
Oh, and a big addition to the starting lineup, Mark Pingris, of course, with his experience. And I think, you know, just the strong character that he has here on this team. And yeah, you can never count out the team that has Mark Pingris in its squad. And syempre, yan, you know, he's not only his, you know, not only is he is a wide body, but he is, you know, an inspiration and a true leader.
He could actually be the neutralizing factor in this game for the South All-Stars, which, by the way, still has a couple of giants as well in their starting unit. Cedric Ablaza is actually the most seasoned in terms of being an all-star in the MPBL. He is now making his 4th appearance in the all-star game, and they also have Simon Sandagon in their front line. These starting 5s are brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Our 2-time 3-point king Orlan Mabar Jr. will be joined by Lawrence Victoria, Greg Slaughter, Balti Baltazar, and Will Macaloni. And on the other end, it's Jello Razon with LJ Gonzalez, Simon Sandagon, Cedric Ablaza, and Mark Pingris. Again, we thank you for joining us. This is our first MPBL All-Star game in Mindanao. And LJ Gonzalez will open things up with a layup.
And quick attack there by the South All-Stars. Obviously, they made an effort to really plan out the way they are going to play against the North, considering yung mga advantages na malaki nitong North All-Stars. They got to be creative. They got to be strong.
We also built up the narrative that they have to be fast.
They have to be fast. And they do have quickness in that team. LJ Gonzalez, Jello Razon.
Simon Sandagon can run.
Yeah.
Let's see that
you can't run if you don't get rebounds.
Yes. That's first and foremost against these Giants, as Will Macaloni is at the stripe. He is number 6 in the league in free throw shooting at 74% among volume free throw shooters.
Biglang nanliit si Will Macaloni dito.
Yes. Although he is matched up against Cedric Ablaza.
But in Nueva Ecija,
he is
malaki
the
na
biggest.
siya yun eh. Doon na siya ang pinakamalaki. Biglang nanliit siya dito eh. And really nice to watch Justin Baltasar and Greg Slaughter. Played for rival schools in college, but look at Ced Ablaza banking that one in.
This guy has been an all-star since his Makati days, and he has transitioned on to Batangas as an all-star, as a multiple-time all-star at that. He's the second leading scorer of Coach Cholo Villanueva. That's a miss by Macaloni. Rebound to Mark Pingris, which is what you've been talking about. They need to get those boards.
Yeah. But on the other side, those outside shots have to go in as well. And look at LJ Gonzalez. He got 5 points in the ball game.
That's actually halfway through his season average of close to 10 points per game for the Quezon Huskers. LJ is the 3rd leading scorer for Quezon Province behind Sandagon and Jodel Fuentes. Victoria kicks it out. Our three-point king, Orlan Mamar, converts.
Diyan din yata kanina
Nag-brown
sa
out.
kakadami ng sinut ni Orlan Omar, diyan nag-brown out.
Yes.
Nung tumira siya.
And that's why he had the confidence to point to our MPBL founder, Manny Pacquiao, after that conversion. Cedric Ablaza could not answer back. Offensive rebound to Simon Sandagon. He's the second leading rebounder of Quezon. He just misfired. On the chase, recovery, Ablaza. Bounce pass, nice feed onto Jello Razon.
Well, for the North, can't come out lethargic here because the South, alam nila yung disadvantage nila dito, and they will try to do everything to negate that disadvantage.
Some people might think that the South is playing with nothing to lose. There's the connection of the North with Greg Slaughter feeding the ball onto Balti.
And nice big-to-big passing between Slaughter and Baltasar there. As Balti gets his first basket.
Nice cross by Cedric Ablaza, but he was contested by Balti Baltasar. Forward pass, touchdown for Lawrence Victoria.
Great to see the Pampanga and Pasay connection there between Lawrence Victoria and Balti Baltasar, as Jello Razon with that trademark layup na naging ginagawa niya.
It's like the off leg for him.
Yeah, off leg layup lagi.
This play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Greg Slaughter. Jello Razon just could not complete the three-point play. That guy has reached the 20-point mark in terms of scoring 5 times for Parañaque this season.
That's a double triple.
You are correct. It's called on Will McAloney.
Dude, this is an all-star game. No? May mga perception ng mga all-star game, walang depensa. Pero ito, I don't think this is the case here. This is going to be a very competitive one.
Well, that was actually the case last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And nakita natin, I think the North built a really sizable lead.
Yes.
And had to stave off a late comeback. Oh, what a move.
LJ Gonzalez, razzle-dazzle here in Zamboanga City. It's like he's playing without an injury after all. As Orlan Mamar answers back, 2 threes for our three-point king.
Well, much has been said about the big men of the North, pero yung mga guardia dyan, matitindi dyan, lalo na si Orlan Mamar, who I think is on pace for an MVP season.
Especially with San Juan being the #1 team now.
Yeah, absolutely.
This could be a perfect season for Orlan, much like what happened to Balti last year, as Justin just missed. And here's LJ Gonzalez. South are up by 1. It's a miscue between LJ and Jello Razon. And you gotta love the reaction of Jello Razon just having fun here as we take a look at this replay. A beautiful up and under move by LJ Gonzalez.
All smiles for LJ Gonzalez. This is a good break actually for Quezon Huskers, who have been struggling of late. Para sa kanilang kupunan, trying to get, trying to break the monotony of the regular season. But they will be in action on Monday.
Yes, at home at that. So we will travel back to Quezon Province after we return from Zamboanga City.
Actually, balita ko kanina sa Quezon. I think uwi sila bukas, may ensayo sila.
Yes. It usually happens in UP, their practices. So good luck to them, and hopefully they could rest well. Ablaza lost the ball. That's a traveling violation. Now we have a couple of substitutions for Coach Eric Gonzalez, Sniper de Mexico. Levy Hernandez is in. Also Mac Talio. And who else? Kenny Rojo Curva, Art de la Cruz, and Larry Rodriguez.
Oh, brand new 5 here. Para dito sa South All-Stars.
Archie Concepcion is now in the game. Archie is a 2-time All-Star for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. He's a starter back in Season 4. Nice lob. And now Balti was just fouled.
mismatch there underneath. It was a pass intended to Pati Baltasar, who was head and shoulders above Levy Hernandez.
Balti will now proceed to the line. He's number 8 in the league in free throw shooting. That's at 72% efficiency. But in terms of efficiency overall, in field goal shooting, he is number 1 in the entire MPBL.
Well, he just keeps on breaking records. Ito si Justin Baltasar. 2 seasons here, and I think he's closing in on 1K points as well. And he's doing that in 2 seasons.
So that should be the fastest pace.
Yeah.
Well, in this season, in terms of records, he holds the record for most triple-doubles with 5 already for Pampanga. He's only had 4 non-double-double games for Pampanga in their campaign out of 22 outings for Balti. Now this is Art De La Cruz handing it off to Levy Hernandez. Short on his 3. Over halfway done in the opening frame. The North is up by 2. A turnover. And here's Kenny Roja-Curva against Greg Slaughter. Nice speed. Art De La Cruz will finish.
That's a great pass galing kay Kenny Roja-Curva, one of the finest young talents dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Star for Binyan.
He is the second leading scorer of Binyan this season as Robbie Celis answers back on the other end. The birthday boy himself.
Yeah, and I think he's celebrating his birthday with his teammate Gab Dagangon.
Yes.
So happy birthday sa inyong dalawa.
Gab Dagangon, that's a historic name in the MPBL, right?
Yeah.
He's the first best player in MPBL history. Nice tip in by Kenny Roja-Curva.
Well, the composition of this South as well, you know, may bawi eh. There's like you know, may counter din dito sa strengths nitong North eh.
Greg Zilla, no jam, but 2 points on the follow.
All business there. Greg Slaughter down low.
Slaughter averages 16 points and 10 rebounds per game. That's top 5 in both categories. Reverse layup for Macdalio.
South tying this game at 19. Hindi pa nagpapahinga si Slaughter tsaka si Baltasar.
I wonder how many minutes they will end up playing in tonight's outing. As Roy Sumang gives it up onto Robbie Celis, who traveled. All right, it's the Manila substitution. Raba Aluseni will replace Greg Slaughter.
Nice to see Raba in this All-Star showcase. One of the picks of Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda.
Well, recently, he had a nice 29-point performance versus Bicol. Only missed 1 shot, 12 out of 13 from the field.
Magandang pampagana yan para sa playoffs for Raba Aluseni. But Larry Rodriguez has been stroking it in the past few games for South Cotabato. Has extended his range from beyond the arc, and looks like he has carried that dito sa ating All-Star game.
It's him and Jerby Cruz who have developed their 3-pointers as Justin Baltazar just finished on that alley-oop. Roy Sumang, though, has done a splendid job distributing that ball this season.
Oh, especially dito for his new team, the Abra Weavers, and he has stepped up big time for that team.
He's number 6 in the league in assists per game at 5.7. There's another dime onto Robbie Celis.
One of the best playmakers in the league. Roy Sumang, hindi ka pwedeng matulog sa depensa dyan because he will find teammates on the move.
Here he is once more. Sumang, nice feed onto Raba Aluseni.
With eyes behind his head, ito si Roy Sumang. Natalikod na yun, ha?
Back-to-back dimes for him. That's reminiscent of how he performed in 2 big-time games versus South Cotabato and Bulacan, where he reached double figures in assists for Abra. Sumang zigzagging, tough bead, and that's a clear foul on Levy Hernandez.
Yeah, Roy Sumang just doing whatever he wants on that floor at the moment.
And he's made for these All-Star games.
Yeah. Maganda sa kanya dito is that, you know, Lagi niya nahanap ang mga kakampi niya. Every time he's on the move, he always has his hand up.
It would be nice to see him have a showdown with Mactalio.
Oo, magkaibigan yung dalawang yan. Siyempre, naging kakampi yan sa Abra. And off the court, also very close. Sinasabi ni Raba habang nag-free throw.
Maybe he's just whispering something to himself in order to be accurate at the line, which has been the case for him all season long.
82%.
Right, number 2 in the league in that category.
Always had that touch, Raba Aluseini.
Nice block by William Bing. 3-on-1 action. Yambing feeds. Archie spins, and he was fouled by Kenny Rocakurba. That's another nice matchup. Rocakurba versus Concepcion. 2 bazookas here in the MPBL.
Very explosive players, very athletic. Malalakas din ang katawan.
At malalakas ang loob.
That's true.
Archie at the line. That will be his first point in this game. He was an all-star starter in Season 4. He's the 3rd leading scorer of Pampanga this season, averaging 13 per outing.
They have plenty of weapons in that team, Pampanga.
Art de la Cruz, another weapon in the MPBL. He's really strong with that left shoulder.
It's been tagal nang ginagamit ni Art yung galaw na yan. Bata pa lang siya.
27-23, Yambing misfires. Rebound, Rodriguez. Larry, forward pass on to Kenny. Onto his trailer, Hernandez. Leaning in, no foul, no basket. One more try here. Levy had to turn. But he wasn't aware as to where the ball was.
Medyo nasaktan doon si Levy Hernandez on that drive. Ooh, timeout tayo.
Yes, interesting. A situational in the All-Star game. Coach Eddie Gonzalez will draw something up. It is 26-23 with 20 seconds to go in the opening frame. All right, this game hasn't disappointed us so far, Sidel. You did mention the defense.
And I think it will boil down to who's got the deeper bench here. As ang lamang din konti itong North dito.
And they have obviously translated it onto their assists. They've given us 12 assists already, and we're seeing some VIPs at the sideline.
Si Canchua, who's been very supportive throughout this All-Star activities. Seth Tamora, Emer Oreta there. Men in black natin.
Yes. We also had the Gakals present with us.
Siyempre, Attorney Glenn, Attorney Bong, they're here.
All right, now we shall wait and see as to what Coach Eric Gonzalez drew up. Baseline inbound. There's a 6-second differential. Levy Hernandez, catch and fire. That's a nice play.
Ang galing naman nun. Galing sa timeout yun, ha?
Yeah.
Ang matindi doon, ang tatalino ng mga player, nakuha yung play.
Yes. 3 seconds. Robbie Celis to break the deadlock. That's going to do it for our opening frame.
He's just too good. Ito si Robbie Celis, especially when he gets into that low block. When he faces up his defender, galing nitong gumalaw. Very crafty with his finishes. Ito si Robbie Celis. Early stages here of our All-Star game. It's been a competitive one, even though you can say na lamang sa size itong North All-Star. South, they've been on point. They've been focused. They've been getting things done against this very potent North team. They've been sharing the basketball, just like Kenny Rocakurba and Art de la Cruz there. But the North just imposing their will inside at the moment. 2-point lead para sa North All-Stars, led by Greg Slaughter.
This first word, the score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
2024 MPBL All-Star presented by Sikat. And right now, I am with one of the big men of the North, Warren Bonifacio. Warren, napag-usapan natin noon na very excited ka makasama ang mga kuya mo. Kumusta tong experience mo dito so far?
Siyempre, sobrang overwhelming, sobrang saya na kasama ko yung mga kuya idol ko. Nakakuha ko ng mga idea sa mga ginagawa nila sa pre-game nila, kung anong mga ritual nila.
Maraming salamat, Warren. Sigurado ako nanunood ng mga Pasay fans sa'yo ngayon. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanila?
Sa mga Pasayeños, patuloy niyo po kami suportahan sa MPBL. Patuloy po sa tatlong games natin, kunin natin panalo.
Maraming salamat, Warren Bonifacio. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Mika, as we are back for the second quarter. Sila to sama si Javi Palania this time, as our colleague Migs Gomez has taken a breather after it's been a very long evening for all of us here, Javi, and so far, kamusta ka naman?
Definitely, Sidel. Pero, you know, I'm enjoying the experience here. It's our first time holding All-Star Day here in the Mindanao region, and we're very happy with the great reception that the Zamboangueños have given us dito sa Mayor Vitaliano Agad Coliseum. It's been a long day, but so far, no regrets naman sa pagpunta natin dito.
Oo, saya nga, no? Papasalamat tayo kay Ma'am Katchua for all her help for this weekend, as we see a brand new 5 para dito sa parehong kupunan, actually, because JP Sarao, Louis Vigil, Renz Palma, Troy Ignacio, and JJ Caspe are on the floor for the South. For the North, it's Hesed Gabo and his Pangasinan teammate Mike Wico, Jason Ballesteros, William Bing, and Raba Al-Husseini.
Boy, I can tell how difficult it is to be the head coaches of both squads, trying to shuffle all of these players throughout the game, trying to give all of them decent time on the floor to try and get something going. But again, this is an honor that they were able to achieve because they emerged as the top squads during our regular season.
That's true. Here's Raba Al-Husseini inside, gets the bounce plus the foul.
Raba Al-Husseini averaging 9.8 points per game this season, showing us his offensive prowess in the post. He has always been a very dependable player. In fact, once a very dominant center in the UAAP. Glad to have him back here in the MPBL.
Ito na ngayon, Javi, no, when you know, with the rotation, no, between the two teams, hindi nagda-downsize eh. Masyado itong North. Yung South,
parang imposible sila mag-downsize.
Parang halata talaga yung pagliit nitong South, no, pag pasok ng second unit nila.
And it's the quickness that they're going to try to use, and that's exactly what Louis Vigil has over Jason Ballesteros. I think Louis Vigil has his eyes set on the MVP trophy for this game. I saw him having a conversation with Senator Pacquiao before the start of this game.
The 30-point scorer here in the MPBL. And can I just say how effortless those 30 points sometimes comes? Para sa kanya.
That's why you could imagine if he only joined Bacolod early in the season, if he only did not have prior commitments, he would have set Bacolod into different heights considering the talent that he showed us in the few games that he's played.
Ballesteros tracks down the loose ball. Bigay kay Hesed Gabo. Gabo to Wico. Attacks the kick out. Al-Husseini. This is a 3 for Raba. That's short. Renz Palma of Negros ahead to Bacolod's Vigil. A replacement for Christian Pajarito in this All-Star Showcase.
Sad to see Christian Pajarito sit this one out. He has had a promising season, but let's take a look at this move. Hesed Gabo, one dribble, stepping into that jumper. That has been something that he has been relied upon more heavily this season by Coach Jerson Cabiltes to score the basketball for the Pangasinan Heatwaves.
Tama ka dyan, Avi, no? Laking angat ng numero ni Hesed with regards to his scoring.
Oh, if last year he averaged under double digits, this year he's averaging 10.5 points per game. That's second in Pangasinan.
35-13. Wico shoots up against his former teammate Renz Palma.
Yes, Gabon, charging into one of our game officials. You could see that at some certain instances during the game, meron talagang case of unfamiliarity na nangyayari pa rin sa ating mga players.
Oo, kahit gano'ng kagaling, basta hindi masyadong nagkakasama, nangyayari talaga yan. Gabo, back inside to Warren Bonifacio, triple team. That's great defense from the South.
Yeah, in these kinds of events, you could really expect also this kind of reunion between two former Mapua Cardinals, though maybe di na yata sila nag-abot, but I'm sure nakakatuwa siya na para sa kanila na nagsama sila dito sa North All-Stars. Talking about Hesed Gabo and Warren Bonifacio.
A different generation of Mapua players. JJ Caspe, I've been impressed with this kid. JJ Caspe, homegrown pick for the South, representing the Mindoro Tamaraws.
And it's certainly no fluke galing dito kay JJ Caspe that he was named to this All-Star squad. Very deserving of this honor. He has really catapulted the Mindoro Tamaraws to a different level this year after being in the cellar the past 2 years. It has been a different team with J.R. Kawaling at the helm, and this guy JJ Caspe leads the future of that squad.
Alam mo, at the start of the season, kita natin may JJ Caspe. We're not familiar with his game. And then, nakita natin slowly but surely developed and became consistent. And right now, playing the season of his career dito sa Mindoro. Meanwhile, let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat, kasama ko ngayon ang Pinoy sa Kuragi. Walang iba kung hindi si Mark Pingris. Mark, alam kong marami ka nang nakasamang stars sa buong career mo. Pero anong iba dito sa MPBL, lalo na puro bagets ang teammates mo?
Actually, nasagot mo na eh. Mga bata yung mga kasama ko, kuya na nila ako dito. But it's same. Yung mga fans, yung crowd, same lang sa PBA. So, yun yung nakakataba ng puso.
Mark, sigurado ako napakadaming Binyan fans ang nanonood ngayong gabi. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanila?
Well, una-una, salamat nga pala sa suporta nyo. Please, lagi nyo sana kami suportahan pag may laro tayo dyan sa Binyan. Yun. Ano naman pag naglalaro kami, talagang para sa kanila yung laro namin.
Tama ka dyan. Maraming salamat once again, Pinoy sa Kuragi. Mark Pingris, balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Mika. Great to see Mark Pingris in this All-Star Showcase. Really one of the legends of Philippine basketball, and MPBL just happy to have him here as well. This is sayang yun, Troy Ignacio.
That would have brought the house down here inside the Mayor Vitaliano Coliseum.
Michael Wico, this is an all-star game. Come on now.
Walang diferensya. Kahit papawis lang siguro para kay Mike Wico, go hard yan.
Naalog si JP Sarao eh.
Nagulat siguro siya. Siguro akala niya dahil former teammates sila, mag-go easy sa kanya si Mike. Kung ganun, he doesn't know Mike well enough.
Tama. But Michael Wico only plays one way.
Hard.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. We have yet to see a big run from any of our teams dito. And 0 for 2 si Mike Wico. Ryan Sual is in the game. Kenny Rico Corva bumalik na rin. Mark Pingris and Seda Blaza in the front court para dito sa South. Here's Roca Corva, sees a gap. Layup won't go.
Kenny Roca Corva, certainly bagay na bagay siya dito sa tinatakbong sistema ng Quezon. Jeric Gonzalez runs that triple drive offense for the Huskers, and I'm sure that's the kind of offense that he's using to play this all-star game. Roca Corva fits right into it, a guy who loves to penetrate and create off the bounce. You just saw there the previous play, everything but the shot para kay Kenny Roca Corva.
Tied at 35 with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Paul Sanga. Nalibre sa 3, Sanga. No good for the Caloocan stalwart. Pingris saves it to Jello Razon. Here's Jello Razon. Short of the layup. Put back Ablasa for 2. And the South is ahead by 2 points.
You would expect Usually in all-star games, first half, medyo loosey-goosey pa yung mga players. The intensity not really so high. They would resort to more highlight-centric plays. But first half pa lang dito sa game na to, talagang pukpukan na.
Hindi.
They have their eyes on the prize.
I think it also boils down to, who is handling these two teams. The competitive fire within the two coaches that are handling the North and the South All-Stars.
Ayaw na ayaw magpatalo ni Governor Dennis Delta Pineda at saka ni Coach Eric Gonzalez. As you see, Will Macaloni getting a nice pass from Balti. It's certainly, I'm sure, a dream come true for a lot of these players to be playing alongside their teammates right now in this game. And panigurado itong North All-Stars, talagang sa panaginip lang siguro talaga itong mangyayari na magkakakampi itong lahat ng mga higanting to.
Baltasar misses the 3. Lock up with the rebound. Labas kay Sanga. This is a 3 and Paul Sanga knocks it down.
Leave Paul Sanga wide open. That's gonna be money for you. That's already his third attempt from the outside in this game. That time they left him wide open. Too wide open.
Steal here for the North. Good defense by Balti. Bonifacio for 3. Razon with a rebound for the South All-Stars. Nice pass to Rocacurva. Look at him turn on the jets as he attacks and scores.
The acceleration coming from Kenny Rocacurva off the catch. Had the ability to be able to explode to the basket and finish with the left hand.
Knock up. That won't drop. Macaloni puts it in.
That's one guy who has been aggressive from the get-go. Starting this game, he has had his eyes on the basket almost every time he's touched the basketball. But here he gives up the foul to enable Greg Slaughter and Norlan Omar to come off the bench and back into the game.
Same din yan kay Michael Wico. Go hard din.
No, tama.
Let's watch this three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Paul Sanga knocking down the 3. Caloocan, Batangan Kalu player. Ryan Sual, the step-back jumper is good. Ryan Sual, one of the most improved players this season, ties the game at 42 for the South.
He has been box office this year to si Ryan Sual. We knew his capabilities as a shooter and as a scorer before, but he has gone beyond boundaries this year, play for the Sarangani Marlins.
And how about Brian Lacap, the Valenzuela homegrown player, making an impact with that three-pointer. Rocacurva, Pingris, Ablaza. Razon. Nice pass to Rocacurva with a dipsy-do, won't go. Baltasar leading the break. Lacap trying to go back-to-back here. He hesitated. And Pingris secures the rebound. Here comes Sual. Ablaza sa gitna. Ablaza spin move. Ablaza with the finish.
I believe the player with the most all-star selections in MPBL history, ito si Sed Ablaza. That's just a testament to his consistency as a player dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Year in and year out, he has been a picture of excellence.
This is not an all-star game. Look at the defense. Parang, ang daming ginawang galaw ni Sed Ablaza para lang makashoot. And dun sa kabila naman, pinahirapan si Will Macaloni.
But I remind everybody watching, we are just about to wind down our first half. See that? That's a double team on Mark Pingris.
Twin Towers. Providing the double. Baltasar misses. Baltasar scores on the putback.
We might be going back and forth, but the defensive intensity has not gone down a notch.
Ablaza misses. Rebounding Lacap. Under a minute remaining in the first half. Bilis na nitong first half natin. Here's Macaloni. Attacks and scores.
para siyang mabilis na hindi. Ang daming nangyayari pero talagang patuloy lang yung aksyon eh.
Yeah. And that's a testament really at how, you know, the players are running the systems of the respective coaches na umahawak sa kanila. It's 49-43. The North All-Stars ahead against the South. Timeout ng South All-Stars. Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Zamboanga City. This is the 2024 MPBL All-Star Game presented by Sikat. 49-43 lamang ang North All-Stars. And so far, so good para dito sa atin. All-executive game. South winning over the North 108-91. The MVP of that game is our MPBL chairman and founder, Manny Pacquiao. 39 points, 8 3-pointers made, 8 assists, and 2 steals. Joe Gomez Deliano claiming the dunk championship, and ang 3-point king natin, Orlando Lamar, going back-to-back.
Our first two-time winner in the 3-point shootout, Orlando Lamar. I'm sure, also after the MVP award in this game. Because if you follow the trend from the past year, the player that wins the MVP award in the All-Star game also belongs to the team that wins the national championship. Last year, it was Balti.
Lockup misses the 3. Tapikan ng bola. Ends up with Lockup. Nabatay ni LJ Gonzalez. They go to Slaughter. Trying to lob it to Baltazar. And that play was broken up. Here's Sed Ablaza. Ablaza gusto makawala sa depensa. Sed gets the 2 points. And he beats the second quarter buzzer para sa South All-Stars, trimming the deficit to just 2 points.
Look at this move. Fading to the left, Sed Ablaza. You know that he's money from mid-range. He's all business here in the first half, helping the South avoid what we expected to be a blowout from the very start.
And the South All-Stars only down by 2 points at the end of the first half against the North All-Stars dito sa Zamboanga City. 49-47. Our halftime score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Back at the 2024 MPBL All-Star presented by Sikat. And right now, I am joined by 2 very important people. Of course, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes and one of the biggest supporters of this very special event, Miss Sikat herself, Ma'am Kat Chua. Magandang gabi po. Ma'am, alam nyo, napakasaya po ng event na to, no? Very successful po. Kumusta po kayo? How are you enjoying this game, lalo na?
Nag-enjoy po kami kasi dikit po, lalo na ngayon, dikit ang ball game, yung points sa game ngayon. So, very exciting talaga ang game tonight.
Nakakatuwa naman yan, ma'am. Ma'am, alam nyo, pagpasok ko dito kanina, sinasabi nila yung pangalan nyo, sinisigaw nila yung pangalan nyo. Ano pong gusto nyo sabihin sa lahat ng supporters dito sa loob ng Coliseum ngayong gabi na sumusuporta sa inyo?
Muchísimas gracias sa pagpunta nyo ngayong gabi. Masaya po kami kasi kahit na malapit na po maghating gabi, nandito pa po kayo nakikisaya sa amin. Hopefully, hindi po ito ang huling pag-host ng Zamboanga City ng MPBL game.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, Miss Sikat herself, Ma'am Kat Chua. Good evening po, Com. we made history in the city of Zamboanga, no? First time natin nag-MPBL All-Stars dito. Tsaka ang dami natin naging event. Meron tayong golf tournament, meron pa tayong basketball clinic. This is another success para sa Liga ng bawat Pilipino, Com.
Yes, Mika. Buenas noches sa lahat ng mga taga-Zamboanga. Unang-una, maraming salamat sa Diyos at binigyan tayo ng pagkakataon na makapaglaro dito sa Zamboanga. People of Zamboanga, city officials, of course, ang ating founder na umattend dito, Senator Manny Pacquiao, maraming salamat. And of course, sa ating host na si Ma'am Kat Chua, si Kat. So, nag-enjoy po tayo sa kanilang pag-host. It's indeed a history for Zamboanga and for MPBL for this event.
Maraming salamat, Com. Com, malapit na po ang playoffs natin. Ano pong gusto niyo sabihin sa lahat ng ating kaliga na nag-aantay na makapanood na?
Yes, sa lahat ng mga kaliga, abangan nyo po ang playoffs ng NPBL. Malapit-lapit na po. It will start on October, I think, first week. And please support also your Zamboanga team, Families Brand Sardines, dahil alam ko nasa top 2 sila. Definitely, ang MPBL po babalik dito for the playoffs. So supportan po natin sila and makita-kita po ulit tayo dito sa playoffs. Thank you sa inyo.
Very exciting. Once again, our good Commissioner, Kenneth Doremdes. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Para sa ating tour dito sa Zamboanga, syempre meron tayong makakasama. Walang iba kung hindi ang nag-iisa who took the initiative to take the MPBL All-Star festivities dito sa Zamboanga City, Ms. Kat Chua.
Bienvenidos! Welcome MPBL to Zamboanga City.
Yan, at ang atin nga pong first stop ay itong Zamboanga City Boulevard. Ms. Kat, bakit nga po ba ito yung napili nyong first stop para sa ating tour?
Naisip po namin na dalhin po kayo una dito sa Zamboanga City Boulevard dahil maganda po talaga ang view dito at marami rin po talagang bumibisita dito.
Ano po ba yung mga food na makikita o mabibili dito sa boulevard natin dito sa Zamboanga City?
Mga typical street food, tapos meron din po mga shawarma, may mga burger, mga balot at iba pa pong street food.
Yan, kaya naman pala dinadayo, hindi lamang ng mga turista, pero pati na rin mga taga-Zamboanga talaga. As you can see, ang daming pumupunta dito mga estudyante, mga lokal. Kaya naman a must visit para sa mga turista dito sa Zamboanga City. Para sa ating next stop, andito nga tayo sa Yakan Weaving Village at kasama pa rin natin si Ms. Kat Chua. Ms. Kat, ano po bang meron dito sa Yakan Weaving Village?
Meron po tayo dito mga different na hand-weaved textile products. So, gaya ng ginagawa ni Ma'am, handmade po yan. Dito talaga nila ginagawa yung mga products nila. Sila mga dolls dito na handmade rin po.
Mako-consider po ba natin, Ms. Kat, na itong mga weave products, trademark mo ng Zamboanga?
Yes. Dahil dito lang rin po talaga siya available at dinadayo talaga siya ng mga turista. Welcome to Yakan Village!
Ayan, at ngayon na nag-tour na natin itong Yakan Weaving Village na si Ms. Kat. Ms. Kat, gano'n po ba kadaming mga weavers ang house nitong Yakan Weaving?
More than 100
family sila dito.
Ito pong Weaving Village, natutulungan din sila sa kanilang livelihood.
Yes po.
Ito na po yung...
At yung mga bahay rin po, nito rin. Yes, opo.
So, dito na rin po yung livelihood nila. At the same time, dito na rin po sila.
Yes.
Alright mga kaligag, don't go away dahil dito sa Zamboanga,
sikat tayong lahat.
At para sa ating last stop, andito nga tayo sa tinatawag at tinuturing na historical place dito sa Zamboanga City, ang Fort Pilar. Scott, bakit nga po ba dinadayo ang Fort Pilar? Ano pong meron dito?
Dahil po, historical site siya kasi it was built during the 17th century. Tapos yung fort po, ginawa po siya para maprotektahan po ang Zamboanga City. During the time of war, yung wall po daw nito ang nagprotect sa Zamboanga City. Tapos dito rin po ang si Nuestra Señora del Pilar.
Si Nuestra, bukod sa pagiging historical niya, andito rin ang kanilang Nuestra Señora del Pilar na isineselebrate ninyo po every when?
Sineselebrate po namin every October 12 po, which is the biggest fiesta po dito sa Zamboanga City.
So, October 12 is the feast day of Nuestra Señora del Pilar. We are done sa ating Zamboanga City Tour. Miss Kat, meron po ba kayong gustong sabihin sa ating mga fans and viewers? And might as well invite nyo na rin po sila na bumisita dito sa Zamboanga City.
Sa ating mga basketball fans and viewers, sana po nag-enjoy po kayo sa ating tour ngayong araw. And sana po makapagbisita po kayo dito sa Zamboanga City para ma-experience rin po ang rich and vibrant culture ng Zamboanga. Basta sa Zamboanga, sikat!
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Kat. Zamboanga may be popularly known as Asia's Latin City, but after this tour, we realized that this place is so much more than that. Truly deserving of the spotlight, a fitting home for our stars. Dahil dito sa Zamboanga, sikat!
halftime dito sa Vitaliano Agan Coliseum in Zamboanga City for your 2024 MPBL All-Star Game presented by CCAT. It's a close and competitive game between the South and North All-Stars. Just 2 points separating the two teams, and we've seen a very interesting and very exciting encounter between these two teams. And even, you know, yung nakita natin at the half, yung mga stats natin, we'll break down a few in a bit. Leading scorers in the North, Will Macaloni has 10, and Justin Baltasar and Rabah Al-Husseini with 7 each. Robbie Celis has 6, and LJ Gonzalez naman ang nanguna sa South with 10. Renz Palma has 9, and I think Sed Ablaza has 10 as well, and it's LJ Gonzalez with 9 points. So quite interesting ang nakikita natin dito, Javi, as Levy Hernandez misses the 3. We also saw the South All-Stars, the smaller South All-Stars, out-rebound the North 26-23 in that first half.
Yeah, that's correct. Like Mix mentioned earlier, before the start of halftime, it was important that they had Mark Pingris on this squad, because I think Mark, he has been the leader for the South All-Stars, trying to inject a lot of wisdom and positivity to every one of his teammates dito sa kanilang kupunan, reminding them that even though this is an exhibition game, there is still pride at stake, and ayaw naman nila na basta-basta lang magpatalo dahil lang mas maliit sila.
And even Larry Rodriguez, nakikita mo how he has battled the bigs there of the North. Rabah Al-Husseini attacks. That's a lot of contact there. Pupunta siya sa linya for 2 free throws. Robbie Celis, Hesed Gabo, Rabah Al-Husseini, Archie Concepcion, and Paul Sanga. You see a lot of shooting on this 5 para dito kay Coach Governor Delta Pineda.
Rabah Al-Husseini has been very efficient in this game. That's his first miss from the free throw line.
Sa kabila naman, JP Sarao, Larry Rodriguez, Renz Palma, and JJ Caspe, and Levy Hernandez. 1 for 2 para kay Rabah Al-Husseini, extending the lead to 3 for the North. Hernandez, Sarao, that's a 3, and that's short. Rebound, nakuha ni Robbie Celis.
He hasn't really been a factor yet in this game, talking about JP Sarao.
Almost a steal there, recovered by Concepcion. Archie for 3. That won't drop. Levy Hernandez with a rebound. Ahead to Renz Palma. Drop pass, JP Sarao for 2.
That's familiarity for you, though not any more teammates. The former Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards working together on that last play, but readily answered by Archie Concepcion. You could expect maybe after these 2 plays, things to speed up for both squads. Pero nakakatuwa kasi dito si Del, yung unselfishness na pinapakita ng parehong kupunan.
Well, in the first half, 19 field goals, 19 assists para sa North. And here's a steal by Rabah Al-Husseini. Bigay kay Gabo. Another bounce pass inside. Robbie Celis.
You could tell because of the way they're moving the basketball. They're just so happy to be playing with each other. Alam naman nila na baka sa panaginip na alam mangyayari itong pagkakampi nila. That's why they're relishing this experience of being with each other on the floor.
That's true. Mainit ng mga bakbakan after this, because we're heading into the playoffs as Levy Hernandez, possible 3-point play. After that reverse layup galing kay Levy. Okay itong South All-Stars, pinapirmahan kay Boss Manny ang kanilang mga jersey sa harap. As we take a look at this 3-point play opportunity para kay Levy Hernandez.
Levy Hernandez had some of his shots blocked in the first half, one coming from 3-point area. McTalia set to check in here for the South. I saw him exchange some banter with Roy Sumang earlier during the half. Sabi ni Roy kanina, 0 ka na sa second half mamaya. He just scored 2 points earlier, talking about McTalia. And I expect them to maybe
him to play defense.
Well, he's guarding Paul Sanga right now. He has to play defense.
Gabo swings it over to Archie. Concepcion, Bumuelo. Tough layup. Sandagon with a rebound. Simon, nabitawan ng bola, recovers. Caspe attacks back to Sandagon with the alley-oop.
Beautiful eye in the sky play coming from Caspe.
JJ Caspe has continued to impress. Even in the All-Star game, he does not look out of place. Okay?
Exactly. I totally agree with that. And, you know, at the start of the season, he was showing us how well he was able to score the basketball. If you take a look at this play, alley-oop, Caspe to Sandagon.
Play of the game is brought to you by Suzuki. Hesed Gabo for 3. No. Rebound, Mactalio. Namang ang South All-Stars dito, 56-54, but it's a turnover.
At talaga pag nasa kamay ni Renz Palma yung bola, ang una niyang hinahanap, si JP Sarao. I'm glad to see that, you know, they still maintain that connection despite them being on different squads.
Yeah, let's give a quick shout out to Ma'am Anita Cao.
Happy viewing, ma'am. Thank you so much for helping host the All-Star Day.
Buti pa si Sir TP Cao, nakita namin dito kanina. Sayang, hindi ka namin nakita dito as Simon Sandagon scores underneath again.
Talk about evolution and improvement. This guy has certainly epitomized those two things this year. Simon Sandagon, last year, just a big man who was athletic, quite raw still for the professional game. But this year, he has improved leaps and bounds and has made the case to early in the season to be a winner of the Most Improved Player award by the end of the year.
Disantres ni Concepcion. Gabo, though, doesn't miss. On target that time. 59-57. Talio, difficult layup. Stop. Concepcion finishes the break.
That was a tough pass made possible by Hesed Gabo. Right on the money with that one. That's something that requires a lot of experience and skill to do. That's a sorry miss for Kenny Rocacorva. Ooh!
Bitawan ni Archie Concepcion. Sobrang ganda ng pasa. Caspe!
In a regular All-Star game, that would have been a giveaway by Hesed Gabo. But this is no regular All-Star game.
And fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Max, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Archie Concepcion with a finish. Simon Sandagon is... No, JJ Caspe is at the line. Simon Sandagon goes back to the bench. May na-miss ako sa pabati. Maria Pilar Cao as well. Thank you for the reminder, Miss Tonet. Siyempre, nandito tayo sa Zamboanga. Dito si Boss Alvin kanina, naghahanda kung anong pwedeng mangyari after the game.
Ako si Boss Al talagang pagod na yan, pero sabi niya, laban lang because you know he's doing this for the love of the MPBL.
Laban lang. 6:30 ang flight bukas.
Tama.
And Will Macaloni scores. We're tied at 61. Sual. Oh, nice pass to Ablaza. Power move. Said Ablaza.
It didn't even take a minute for Said Ablaza to get right back into the groove of things. Again, Michael Wigo, Mr. Intensity. Who Richard Tapos likes to call Senor Explosivo. Not giving an inch there, but Said Ablaza powering through.
Oh, yung nakakatawa, okay? Ito nakakatawa. Yung coaches natin, walang nakaupo.
Yeah, from the start, ha?
Walang nakaupo. Walang nakaupo. Ganun po kaseryoso itong All-Star game na to.
In fact, we thought that Governor Delta was supposed to leave early because of a flight.
Oo.
But decided to stay for the entire duration of the game, it seems. As Coach Eric Gonzalez kanina, nung first 2 minutes ng laro, nakaupo yan, pero napatayo yan agad eh.
Oo, as Archie Concepcion misses on the shot. Let's go to Andrea Indicia for a report on the South All-Stars. 63-61. Babalikan natin si Andrea in a bit. Naman ang South na dalawa, pero bola ngayon ng North. Rico to Macaloni. Will drives down the middle. 2 points plus the foul.
If you want to prevent Will Macaloni from even trying to put the ball down on the floor, you just take away that left hand. That last opportunity, that was his strong side. Senda Plaza was left behind with that first step. Easy 2 points para kay Will Macaloni plus the foul.
Feeling ko, Sed was expecting the help sa gitna eh.
Yeah. It didn't come.
Alam mo ano pa na notice ko doon? Yung appear ni Will Macaloni parang masakit eh.
The guy. Ito talagang, they mean all business here. You look at their faces, not really a lot of smiles being flashed around here, especially dito sa ating third quarter. Nung first half, medyo may konting pangiti-ngiti pa, pero ngayon talagang lahat seryosong-seryoso.
Orlan Wamar, bigay kay Valti. Labas kay Orlan, swings it over to Sumang. Sumang launches the three. It's good. Roy Sumang.
And he wanted that isolation so badly. He recognized that he only had Art de la Cruz right in front of him. Art sagged off below the three-point line, and Sumang knew what to do immediately.
Roca Curva to Ablaza. Ryan Suwal. Suwal, nakawala. Mintis, and Art de la Cruz cleans it up.
That was intense defense by the North until the very last moment. Nobody just boxing out De La Cruz. The South trying to make a go for the lead here, Sidelf.
Oo. Let's watch this three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Roy Sumang. And, okay, ready na si Andrea. Let's go to Miss Andrea Indicio with a report on the South All-Stars.
Kasama nga natin dito at the sideline si JP Sarawa. JP, alam naman natin na masarap talagang maglaro kapag ang mga kakampi at kalaban mo ay malalakas. Pero dito ba sa South All-Star Team, meron kang ginusto o pinangarap na maging kakampi?
Siyempre, meron naman. Likes ni Kuya Mark, Pinoy Sakuragi, tapos si Kuya Larry, si Kuya Art. Siyempre, tumatanda pa lang ako sa college ako. Sila yung mga napapanood ko sa PBA noon na siyempre, yung mga gagayahin mo yung mga laro nila. Kaya ngayon, sobrang, it's an honor na maging kakampi sila na dati pangarap mo lang sila. Ngayon, ito na kami, magkakampi kami.
That dream made possible because of our All-Star game. Meron ka bang gustong sabihin sa mga fans ng Parañaque dahil malapit na ang ating playoffs?
Sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa Parañaque Patriots, huwag kayong magsawang sumuporta sa amin. Kahit na ano yung pinagdadaanan ng team, alam namin nandyan kayo. Tsaka ready na kami for playoffs, kaya huwag kayong magsawang tumangkilik sa amin. Maraming salamat.
Alright, thank you so much. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Wow.
Just as I would love to comment on that report, there was so much intensity happening while Andrea was reporting from the sideline.
Oo, pero alam mo yun, it's sometimes if you go beyond the game, yun yung mga moments na ma-appreciate mo eh. And my, the South isn't the penalty.
Yeah, imagine that. In an all-star game. Usually, penalty situations in an all-star game happen maybe in the fourth quarter. But this is no regular all-star game, as I've said earlier. And you could see how important this game is, especially to guys like JP Sarao. Love that what he said earlier na talagang pangarap niya lang naman dati na mangyari ito, and now it has come true. I'm glad to see that he's not taking it for granted.
LJ Gonzalez showing up, returning to the floor with shorter shorts. LJ swings it over to Jello Razon. De La Cruz now with Gonzalez. Don't you love how this ball is just zipping around for the South?
Exactly. You don't really see this much ball movement in an exhibition game like this. You would usually see players, trying to go for isolations, more two-man games. But it's really been usually at least 3 people holding the basketball in a half-court sit for both sides.
North All-Stars slowly but surely building a lead here. Lamangan sila kanina ng South earlier in the quarter, but Will Macaloni has restored order para sa kanila. 2-2 para kay Will.
He has been the leading scorer of the North All-Stars consistently in this game.
70-65. 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Namang ang North All-Stars. South ang may bola, LJ Gonzalez. LJ, bigay kay Jello Razon. Punta sila sa ilalim. JP Sarao with a reverse.
See once again, that time LJ Gonzalez confident to share the ball with his teammates, handing it off to Jello Razon off of the action on the right side, finding JP Sarao camped in the dunker spot below the ring.
And Orlan Omar continues to find the mark from beyond the arc. 73-67. Gonzalez finds Sarao. Foul on the pass.
And you can see the North All-Stars complaining about that last foul. Orlan Lamar back-to-back three-point kings, knocking it down from the outside. That's three-pointer number 3 in the game para kay Orlan Lamar Jr.
Kinakabahan ako dito. Parang may review, May coach's challenge.
There is a coach's challenge. Oh my goodness.
Seryoso ba to? Coach's challenge. All-Star game.
Seryoso to. This is for real, Sidelf. This is actually real.
Akala ko kanina si Merman Flores lang ang magko-coach's challenge ngayon. Wow. And this is how serious this game is.
There isn't even any regret on Governor Delta or Coach Pedic's face in trying to call this challenge. They really want to be able to make sure that they put this game away here in the third quarter. Alam naman nila na they cannot take this South All-Stars lightly despite the height advantage that they have.
Kahit si A.G. Gonzalez, si Boss A.G. Gonzalez of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, engaged in the huddle.
Correct. Even during our executive All-Star game, talaga naman maganda rin yung pinakita ni Boss A.G. Gonzalez, showing us the touch from beyond the arc and also from close to the basket.
And we would like to give a shout out kay Kong Dong Gonzalez, owner of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, sila ni A.G., Boss A.G. Gonzalez. Ano kaya ang result ng challenge na to?
Well, there definitely was contact before the shot.
The challenge of North All-Stars was successful.
Successful challenge. So it was worth it.
Tingnan ulit natin yun. Okay,
Wala eh.
na naman pala.
Hindi nahawakan eh.
Well, when I was looking at it live, I thought there was some
Tapos alam mo, anong ginawa ni JP Sarao? Ginawa niya yung kamay niya. He moved his hand to make it appear that something happened. That wala pala. 73-70.
Kaya lang parang napaganda pa para sa South. They got a three-pointer there from Mac Talio. Oh, Balti getting somebody up in the air. I think that was Mark Pingris.
5-point lead for the North. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Mac Talio. They go to Razon. Shelo pulls the trigger. That's short. Rebound. Ni Macaloni.
Mac Talio's actually playing defense. Oh.
What?
Not too sure about that foul.
What? Ano sabi mo? Mac Talio?
Oh, playing defense.
Yes.
Oh.
Pero nag-foul eh.
Kanina kasi bigla ako, may pressure bigla eh.
Roy Sumang at the line. 76-70. The South All-Stars have been over the limit for quite some time now.
Sumang only with 5 points in this game, but he has been the chief orchestrator para sa North sa larong to. 7 assists in the game already for Super Sumang.
Talio, another 3. That won't drop. Rebounding Mike Wico. Chance for the North to extend the lead to double digits or make it a 9-point game. Wico. Atake sa gitna. Wico forced that one. Wala ng...
They're really contesting that call. You could
Rightly
hear
so.
all the shouts.
Rightly so. I think that should be a North ball. 6 seconds remaining in the third. Orlando Wamar. Inabantay ni Mac Talio. Wamar for 3. No.
That actually looked good when it left his hands, but the high looper of a shot would not make it.
Interesting matchup. We go to the fourth quarter, pero panoorin nyo muna ang ating highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. And ang ganda ng palitan dito in the third quarter. But North All-Stars is slowly but surely imposing their will on the South. And they have the lead as we go into the fourth quarter. But if you're the South, you're not in a bad position. 7 lang ang lamang ng North. Third quarter score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum for our...
Welcome back, Migs!
Yeah.
Namiss
Thank
kita.
you, Sidel. 2 quarters lang naman. Nandito na ako sa inyong tabi. And, well, the action hasn't disappointed us.
Thank you, Javi, for spending some time with me. Masyado na kayong nagsama ni Migs ngayong araw.
So this is one last hurrah for us.
Oo.
Here in Zamboanga City. Fourth quarter begins. The North is up by 7. 77-70. And this should be their biggest lead, by the way, in the game. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been that tight.
Yeah, 30-26 in the first para sa North, 19-21 in the second, and it was 28-23 in the third for the North.
That's the partner scoring for us as Justin Baldi Baltazar just scored inside. That guy is a man on a mission, already with a double-double. 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 dimes.
Our reigning MVP, Justin Baltazar.
So he wants to do what Orlando Wamar did in terms of winning back-to-back. Wamar won the 3-point contest. Balti wants back-to-back MVP awards in the All-Star game. JP Sarao will fire. No good. Rebound Orlando Wamar. The North will push Wamar behind the back. Good strip by Talio, but there's the recovery by Roy Sumang.
Oh, only a few orange shirts there. Getting back in transition, and North All-Stars able to capitalize, extending the lead to 11.
That's 15 fast break points now for the North in this game. I do want to ask you, as Dari Rodriguez just scored, what's the biggest difference between the first and the second half?
Well, it was more of yung pag-impose ng will nitong North sa ilalim, no? And able to draw fouls, and yung physicality nakikita na natin from them, not just on on the defensive end but mostly on the offensive end. Migs, no? And syempre, nakita mo tumatanggap na sa poste si Will Macaloni trying to attack.
Well, speaking of the physicality and the aggression, we saw 11 total fouls in the first half. We saw 12 in the third quarter alone.
Well, it's also the level of intensity has gone up considerably because there are, may stakes to it. No? There
Yeah.
are bragging rights at stake here.
And here come the North All-Stars once more. Orlan Wamar, stop and pop. That's a 3.
This guy just doesn't stop. 12 points on 4 3-pointers para kay Orlan Wamar. Naka-warm up ng maaga dahil sa 3-point shootout.
And that is crucial because 3-point shooting is not easy here in Zamboanga.
Oo, and nakita nga natin kanina in the 3-point shootout how players who shoot the ball effortlessly biglang nangailangan ng konting legs, ng konting tulak sa kanilang mga kamay pagtira ng tres. Ito si Orlan Wamar, walang pagbabago eh.
Right, and that's because before, the ring used to be lower here in Zamboanga. Now it's higher compared to the usual rings that we have.
Kaya bibilib ka sa ginawa ni Joe Gomez de Leano kanina.
Right. But then again,
ang lilinis ng mga dunk niya kanina on his way to the dunk title is Will Macalone, like a battering ram there.
Namumula na siya ulit, which you usually see when he plays for Nueva Ecija. Will is 3 points away from scoring 20 points in this game. He is the leading scorer of this matchup.
Medyo mahirap to.
He does have a...
Pag namili tayo mamaya.
Oh yes, it's gonna be your problem. Macalone converted on his first gimme.
Me problem pala, me problem.
Yes, it is your problem, Sidel. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 1 for 2 for Will, who usually comes alive in big games. He has that tendency. All right, now let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon, walang iba kung hindi si Mike Wico. Mike, mukhang dinala mo yung puso mo mula Pangasinan Heatwaves papunta dito sa All-Star Game.
Siguro dahil pag nasa court na ako talaga hindi ko tigilin sarili ko. So ginagawa ko yung lahat ng kaya ko.
Nung nakita ko na nagpa-challenge ka, sabi ko interviewin ko agad si Mike. Mike, patapos na yung season para sa Pangasinan Heatwaves. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa lahat ng sumuporta sa inyo? Alam kong ito sa very heartbreaking season para sa inyo.
Unang papasalamat ako sa mga taga-Pangasinan. Wala na kayong magagawa, hindi na makapasa sa playoffs, pero promise namin next year, mag-champion tayo. Thank you.
Napakagandang pangako mula kay Mike Wico. Balik sa inyo.
Wow, that is a big promise from Michael Wico. From not missing the playoffs on to promising to win the title next year. We'll hold on to that.
Yes.
Michael Wico,
buti na lang na record.
Kaya nga eh.
He has gone on record.
But in terms of leaving his heart on the floor, Sidel, even though they've lost their chances to reach the playoffs, Wico's had a nice stretch in the past 4 games, averaging 19 points, which is a lot for him, for Coach Gerson Cabiltes. So we'll wait and see as to what they can do next year. But now we focus back on the North and the South All-Stars. The lead is 12 for the guys in the North. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the 4th and final frame. Robbie Celis, Lawrence Victoria. That guy hasn't seen much action, but he just scored.
One of the best drivers of the basketball and putting pressure on the defense from the perimeter to see Lawrence Victoria. Has cooled off a bit after a really good start to the season. And, Pasay is playoff bound.
Yes.
And we'll see more of the duo Lawrence Victoria and Warren Bonifacio sa ating MPBL playoffs.
They might actually have home court advantage.
Yes,
they have a chance.
do have a chance. They do have a chance.
So let's wait for that. Those two are the top 2 scorers of Pasay. Although I was quite surprised to find out that Warren has overtaken Lawrence Victoria in terms of scoring average.
Oo, yun nga yung sinasabi natin. Medyo nag-dip mga scoring ni Lawrence Victoria.
So everybody knows it's 13.5 for Lawrence and 14.5 for Warren as JJ Caspe just scored. He's been having one heck of an all-star game.
And I like that he has really embraced this opportunity na binigay sa kanya. Looks like they got away with an 8-second violation there.
So Lawrence Victoria will proceed as he drives and feeds onto Balti. But Lazar with some great patience, although it doesn't pay off. And we're back with JJ. De La Cruz will push. The usual point forward for Davao. Turnover. Forward pass, look out, Archie Concepcion. No dunk, but 2 points.
4-point swing there. As JJ Casper looked like he had a layup. Hindi na salo yung pasa galing kay Renz Palma.
That will trim the lead down to 9 points. Art de la Cruz making a 3-pointer. He's now in double figures.
I like the way Coach Governor Delta has been timing his timeouts here.
It's winning time for them after all. This fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Playmax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Talk about timing. It's that usual timing that we see at the fast break for Archie Concepcion, catching the outlet passes and converting. He usually does it for Pampanga. Now he's doing it for the North Division All-Stars. Oh. Okay, we're seeing highlights of my partner here sa Del Tupas playing golf in Zamboanga City.
Yes.
That's with Commissioner Kenneth Durandez.
Oo, yan. Thumbs up po kasi panalo po siya sa laro namin, okay?
You do have quite a rivalry with him.
Yes, yes. It's dated back to our All-Star game last year in Bataan, no?
Right.
Naglaro kami sa Amaya Coast, pero all-outs po ako. Ang ganda ng game namin kanina kasi parang parang basketball.
Ah, talaga?
Kasi he went 4 holes up.
Okay.
And I was able to catch up. And then there was this hole na akala ko mananalo na ako na natabla niya. And it really, I think it's more of the mental side of the game na parang sayang yun na. Hindi na ako naka-recover.
Parang naging all-star game yung golf din, yung close game.
Oo. And syempre, pasalamat tayo kay Boss Angelo Marquez of the Zamboanga dun sa golf course, no, the president. He's been very gracious dun sa pag-host sa amin.
Yes. Oh, we got to give a shout out to Mamanita Kao as well on that note. As Mac Talio makes a 3-pointer. Miss Chua as well for welcoming us here in Zamboanga City. It is 89-83. The South All-Stars are not going away. Will Macaloni inside will score. He's up to 20 points now.
Benson de la Paz still watching. May practice daw sila bukas ang Nueva Ecija. Pinapabati pa si Robbie Selly. Siyempre may mga kaibigan tayong nanonood pa. No? Kaibigan natin Sir Mark Garcia from Batangas. Siyempre sinusuportan sila Seth Ablaza and Levi Hernandez. But this is just an 8-point game.
Yes. And we've seen how tough the defense has been, relatively speaking, for an all-star game. So tides can change drastically. But now the South will have to play good defense once more. Macaloni inside. Challenged very well.
Humihingi ng foul. Humihingi po sila ng foul.
As he usually does. Itong si Will Macaloni. Pero at least ngayon medyo kalmado naman as compared to his usual. Macaloni, though, he has good chance to be hailed the MVP later on. He is the top scorer in this game with 20. The next after him are 3 players, Ablaza, Wamar, and Baltazar, all with a dozen each. Under 3.5 minutes to go. This is Orlan Wamar Jr., defended by Ryan Sual. Orlan, 2-man game with Balti. The best players and the 2 best teams in the league. Now they go to Will Macaloni. Pass inside onto his former teammate. And Michael Wico was fouled.
They're getting out the referee because it was a late whistle. It was a late whistle.
Mark Chris joking around with a couple of people on the court. I thought he was going to fight with somebody. And then somebody else was asking for a challenge in Art de la Cruz.
Baka may warning pa dito. Oh, may challenge.
May challenge nga. This would be the second challenge for the night. The first one was successful by Michael Vico. Now this is going to be against Michael Wico.
And tingnan nyo yung huddle na ngayon ng North All-Stars because Mark Pingris has joined the huddle of the North.
I wonder if Governor Dennis Delta Pineda will stop operations with him right there. I don't see Mark Pingris, but now the Pinoy Sakuragi will head on to the other end. We'll take a short break. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. We do thank everybody who has joined us inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum for our All-Star festivities.
Is successful.
All right.
There was no foul.
2 successful challenges in our All-Star game. Let's see the replay. Apparently, it wasn't a foul.
Yeah, pero may konting kamay doon si Pingris sa bewang ni Mike Wico, but not enough contact really to merit the foul.
So, because of the possession arrow pointing the South All-Stars' way, they will have possession. 91-83, 3 minutes to go. Bactalio losing Archie. This is big for Sed Ablaza. Short. Rebound Archie. We're back with Orlan Mamar Jr. Defended by Ryan Suwal. Orlan. Rejected the screen. It's a 3. Too strong. Rebound onto Macaloni. Orlan again. No good. How about Michael Wico? Again, all heart on the floor. That's a guy who was almost All-Star Game MVP, by the way, in Season 3. If not for Jeff Viernes' eruption as Archie Concepcion just scored.
Ang hirap na, no? Because that was 3 possessions para dun sa North All-Stars. And, you know, in the third one, bumigay din yung defense and syempre yung shot making ni Archie Concepcion. But Levy Hernandez keeping things interesting here.
These last 2 minutes are brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball netting partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. It's a 7-point game here in Zamboanga City. Can we see a comeback from the South? Archie bounces. Macaloni escapes. Sorry, miss. Rebound, Levy. Pingris will help out Will Macaloni. Mactalio challenged well.
They're looking for a 3, but
Ablaza inside onto his cutter. Good defense by the North. Baseline inbound for the South.
Scramble na dun sa depensa. Ito North All-Stars. It seemed like the South had a good look, but at the final moment, biglang may nagpapakita na defender. Alangan itong ating South All-Stars, and bola ngayon ng...
Initially, it was ruled South ball. We were talking about the inside presence of Balti Baltazar taking effect here.
Ang matindi dito, because of the defense that we're seeing, hindi nga, it looks like parang hindi aabot ng 100 points dito.
Right.
Yung opponent.
Both teams at that.
Yung mga teams natin, but good battle between these two teams.
There you see our VIPs, Kenneth Duremdes, Attorney Glenn Gakal, and of course our executive officer, Joe Ramos, present at the sideline. And they're present now at 12 midnight. Happy September 8 sa Del Tupas.
You know, hindi na bago to.
Yes.
Hindi na bago to.
You know,
inaabot na tayo. There was one All-Star game. I think it was in MOA.
Yun yung overtime game, Season 3.
Season 3 that really, lasted up until the wee hours of the morning.
Right. Alam ko 1 a.m. yun eh.
1 a.m.
Kasi overtime eh. That was a nice comeback win by the South All-Stars. This is Michael Wico on to Justin Balti-Baltazar, who will score. South are losing time.
And I think that should do it for the North All-Stars. Balti-Baltazar putting the finishing touches here. But ang hirap lang din kasi dami ring shooters dito sa kabila. This 9-point lead.
And remember, I'm your partner. And stranger things have happened in our campaign.
May taga-Batangas dyan. Sa team na yan, may taga-Batangas dyan.
Batangas pulled off an 8-point comeback in 40 seconds, a 6-point comeback in 20 seconds. So let's see if Coach Eric Gonzalez can actually pull off a miracle here. They have Renz Palma, Ced Ablaza, Kenny Rococurva, JJ Caspe, and Mark Pingris on the floor. Playing defense will be Balti-Baltazar, Will Macaloni, Orlan Momar, Michael Wico, and Archie Concepcion. We have 1 minute and 5 to go. Sideline inbound for Renz Palma. We go to Caspe. JJ nearing double figures in this matchup. Now on to Ablaza. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Cedric. Too much English there. But the South will get it back with 3 seconds to work with.
Masyadong malalim na para kay Ced Ablaza on that drive. Macaloni tsaka si Palma.
Oh, they're familiar with each other after all.
Pagkaan pa.
Caspe looking for a teammate. Mark Pingris going to Ablaza for 3. No good. Rebound Pingris. Still unable to score.
Look at the two teams hustle for that loose ball.
Ablaza, another sorry miss. Make it 2. A 3-pointer now. Caspe delivers.
Might be too little, too late para kay JJ Caspe and the South All-Stars. Really took too much time to convert. And they're still down by 6. With 36 seconds remaining on the kick out. Caspe wide open for that 3 ball.
That will be the first 3-pointer of JJ Caspe in this game. The man was dazzled us with his 12-point scoring output per game for Mindoro, including 3 monstrous stat lines. A triple-double versus Bataan, 19, 9, and 11 versus Bacolod, and 26, 12, and 5 versus Muntinlupa. Next year, he should be a cornerstone if he stays with Mindoro. We have 36 seconds remaining in our All-Star game. 95 to 89, the South will have to play good defense. It should be a sideline inbound. Esed Gabo is back so that they could take good care of the leather.
2 elite ball handlers para dito sa North All-Stars. They will use up the 24 seconds here. Boss A.G. Gonzalez smelling victory for the North.
There's a 13-second differential. Esed Gabo being pressured by Kenny Rococurva. Now it's the other point guard, Orlan Momar. Double teamed. Orlan almost stepped at the half line, and there you go. It is a turnover.
Ang galing ni Coach Louie doon. Coach Eric pala.
Oo nga, parehong Gonzalez. Shout out to Coach Louie Gonzalez. Now Coach Eric will be calling for time. Down by 6 with 16 seconds to go.
Can you imagine if the South actually gets a 3-pointer here?
Honestly, hindi na malayo yan from reality with everything that has happened this season. I wonder who will take it though. Because in this game, in terms of 3-point shooting, we've seen 2 from Mac Talio and Levy Hernandez for the South. And by the way,
nagmamadali na talaga tayo.
Tsaka tama yan. Bukas na po yan. Because it is technically Sunday. So,
these are some good games here. Pasay against Bicolandia. Sa Pasay, syempre may bearing pa sa kanila yan because they wanna improve their record and improve their position in the North. Caloocan, ganun din. Quezon City fighting for their playoff lives. Davao and Quezon battle for position as well in the South.
Quezon wants that #1 seed. Davao can still get home court advantage. But now, we go back to our All-Star game. Time winding down. There's a foul called. And that will only be the 3rd team foul for the North All-Stars.
Hindi na pa ito nagbabanggaan si Palma at si Macaloni. That coaching duo, Coach Gov Delta and Coach Pedic de Matulak. And a foul.
That's the last foul to give for the North.
Maganda rin yung timing ng mga fouls dito ng North. Na bawasan nila ng 8 segundo ang oras bago pa maka-attempt dito ang South All-Stars.
Caspe needs a teammate. They go to Ablaza. Not much space there. Cedric. Kenny Rojo-Curva losing time. That will do it. 2 more points for Kenny. There still is a timeout called by Gov Delta Pineda and Coach Pedic de Matulak, but they have already secured the victory.
It looks like the North All-Stars will repeat against the South All-Stars. It's a nice drive by Kenny Rojo-Curva against Justin Baltasar. Scores on the runner.
So Kenny will finish with 6 points in this game as the representative of Binyan Tatak Gel.
2 representatives for Binyan Tatak Gel in the All-Star game.
Both have made their mark, obviously. Fingers' leadership has been well felt in this match. At 22 minutes of play, although he's scoreless, he has 8 rebounds and 2 steals to his name. Just waiting for the final score. And again, thank you to Madam Kat Shua for allowing us to have this Sikat All-Star game in Zamboanga City.
So memorable for a lot of reasons.
Still have a foul here. There still is a foul to give for the South. 1 second to go.
And now you can say that it came down to the last second.
Yes.
Itong All-Star game natin.
Mark Fingers even wants some sort of a challenge. All right, that's it. Congratulations to the North All-Stars for winning once again in our annual All-Star game. Last year it was Balti having yet another moment for himself. In this game, he will finish with a double-double of 14 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists as well. A couple of people played well. Orlan Mamar had 4 threes, 12 points for him. Archie had 9. Robbie Celis had 8 on his birthday. Rabah Luceni even had 8. Roy Sumang had 7 points and 7 dimes. But our best player of the game, brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro, is the 3rd time All-Stars starter from Cebu. And now, representing Nueva Ecija, Will Macaloni.
Well, Will Macaloni imposed his will inside the paint and really just took charge in that 2nd and 3rd quarters kung saan medyo nakalamang itong North All-Stars. But full credit to the South All-Stars. We all thought that this was going to be a little bit of a one-sided affair, but they kept it competitive down until the final minutes. They still had a chance and really treated this Zamboanga crowd, even though it was late, to a really good show. And so many things to be thankful this All-Star weekend this year, Mix.
Imagine they're the smaller team and yet they out-rebounded the North by 7 and they scored 9 more second chance points. This final score is brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Will Macaloni with 2 MPBL Mythical 5 selections now will add another award to his resume as an All-Star Game MVP. He is now with Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon ang Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game. Walang iba kung hindi ang tuwang-tuwa na si Will Macaloni. Will, gusto ko lang malaman, kamusta ang experience makalaro ang mga kapwang malalaki mong tao?
First of all, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng sumuporta ng MPBL sa MPBL All-Star namin sa Zamboanga. Thank you. At saka Lord, thank you Lord sa panalong ito. Naninibago ako kasi ako lang yung medyo malaki sa team namin. So kanina parang wingman or di ko alam. So ginawa ko lang yung best ko para makatulong ako sa team.
At yung best na yon ay syempre nakatulong para manalo ang North All-Stars. Will, malapit na ang playoffs. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa fans ng Nueva Ecija?
Wala namang akong masabi sa fans namin sa Nueva Ecija kasi grabe yung support nila sa amin. So, kailangan every game buhos kami. At saka, we play as a team naman eh.
Alright, maraming salamat. Once again, our Daily Fantasy Best Player of this game, walang iba, kundi si Will Macaloni sa Daily Fantasy. Hawak mo ang laro. Balik sa inyo.
The leading scorer and rebounder of the Novo Ecijanos came alive in our All-Star game, much like what he did versus Pangasinan a couple of games back with a season-high 29 points. He represented his coach very well in Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, who is now with Andrea Endicio.
That is right, Mix. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang ating winning coach, Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda. First of all, congratulations po, Coach Gov. Gaano po ba kadali o kahirap turuan at i-coach ang North All-Star team?
Medyo nahirapan po ako kasi sa dami ng mga star player natin, talagang gulong-gulo ako doon sa pagbibigay ng playing minutes nila. Kaya sabi ko nung huli, nakiusap ako, guys. Yung last quarter, sabi ko, ako nadidiskarte muna, sabi ko. Importante kasi yung panalo po namin.
At syempre, nag-work ang diskarte ng ating winning coach. And Coach, kamusta naman po yung overall experience nyo dito sa All-Star here in Zamboanga City?
So, sa pangalawang beses po na All-Star coach, syempre, papasalamat ako sa blessing na binigay ni God. Imagine, dalawang sunod na All-Star, napanalo ko po yung North, napanalo namin ng mga bata.
Meron po ba kayong gustong mga batiin, Coach Gob?
Okay, sa lahat po ng mga players nitong North All-Star, maraming salamat guys. Malaking karangalan na ma-coach ko kayo, makasama ko kayo sa laban na to. Maraming salamat. At sa lahat po ng sumusuporta ng MPBL, maraming salamat po. At asahan nyo pa na marami pa kayong makikita magagandang laban dito sa MPBL natin.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that is our winning coach, Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda. Balik sa inyo.
It's two very close All-Star games won by Governor Delta Pineda, and that's after leading Pampanga onto a record of 23 straight wins in our regular season. What a campaign so far for him. But now we will recap our 2024 MPBL All-Star Day. At the beginning, Senator Manny Pacquiao was hailed as the MVP of our executive game with 39 points, 8 made three-pointers, 8 dimes, and 2 steals. It was a win for the South by 17 against the North Executives. And then we proceeded with our slam dunk showdown where Joe Gomez de Leano got the second straight win for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns on his debut in the MPBL Slam Dunk Contest, outlasting CJ Ganya. Ordan Momar Jr. achieved history as the only two-time champion in the three-point shootout as he was able to defeat his fellow San Juan teammate in AC Soberano and Ryan Sual in the final. And then, of course, in our All-Star game, Will Macaloni led the way with 50% efficiency from the field. 20 points and 8 rebounds, representing the North Division as they defeated the South only by 4 points in yet another close game in MPBL All-Star history. So that wraps it up for yet another beautiful day for Philippine basketball. Thank you to everybody who joined us here inside the Mayor Vitaliano Diagan Coliseum as we celebrated the MPBL's 6th season All-Star Day. We do want to thank the Zamboanga locals for welcoming us. They've treated us beautifully, from the food that they served, from the lodging, from just the courtesy that they showed us. They made us feel welcome here in Zamboanga City, the city of flowers. And also a big shout out to the players, the coaches, and the staff who made it all the way to Zamboanga to be a part of this wonderful event. It has been a nice season already for the MPBL, filled with miracles, filled with a lot of great recruits, a lot of great rebuilds that have allowed us to build greater storylines for our campaign. And we're not yet done. Tomorrow, We'll be back in Quezon Province to continue our regular season before we head on to the playoffs this coming October. Bautdi Baltazar and Raba Luceni are still in the playoff picture, representing Pampanga and Manila in the North Division. Two teams who are currently looking good in terms of having home court advantage. And the story will move further with Orlan Homar being a part of that San Juan squad, #1 in the entire MPBL after their win versus Pampanga just a week back. It happened inside the Cuneta Astrodome. Tonight, they will celebrate their victory as members of the North All-Stars, coached by Dennis Delta Pineda. It's the second straight year that he has led the best and brightest of the North onto a victory when the stars have aligned in order to compete against each other. As we always say, iron sharpens iron here in the MPBL. Who knows? They might actually have improved their game, their confidence because of this matchup, because of the exposure that they had tonight. And moving forward, we might see their talents even more unleashed here in the MPBL. Will Macaloni will head back to business with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. He has represented his team very well tonight alongside the birthday boy in Robbie Celis. Those are the top 2 scorers and rebounders for Nueva Ecija. And again, for Nueva Ecija, they're still battling for better seedings in the North Division. So, wait and see as to how they can perform at the latter part. Sabi nga ni Will Macaloni, walang kupas ang suporta ng mga Novo Ecijano, including the Cuevas family. Big shout out to them. How about in the South Division as well? There's a close race for that #1 seed between Zamboanga and Quezon Province. Seeds 3 through 7 as well. They're just separated by a couple of games, battling for home court advantage. We present to you some highlights for our All-Star Day. As you can see, a lot of people joined us inside our beloved Coliseum, the home of the MPBL's 4th season South Division champions, the Zamboanga Master Sardines. A big shout out to the MPBL staff who continue to work day in and day out, 6 days a week, traveling here and there in order to give the best of the best that the MPBL can offer to our Filipino basketball community. CJ Ganya reached the finals of the dunk contest and also featured that man in Poy Poy Aktu, but it is Joe Gomez de Leaño who will prevail as the champion for today. Will Macaloni, there you see him enjoying the action before he proceeded to perform very well in our All-Star Day as we continue to see our highlights. Some razzle-dazzle for Joe GDL, proving to us why he is the most athletic Gomez de Leaño brother. Big shout out to Javi Palanya, Sedap Tupas, Mika Bisamis, and Andrea Endicio, who worked alongside me, yours truly, Mix Gomez, for our All-Star Day here in Zamboanga. Big shout out to our All-Stars as well, who have done so much this season for their respective teams. And tonight, we saw how they were able to gel together, just showing us beautiful basketball here in the MPBL. Just a testament as to the quality that we can show everybody for the betterment of the league and Filipino basketball. How about some snippets of our staff as well? Those who play the music, those who make sure that the lines are there for us to be able to work with our operations, cameramen, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes as well, our VIPs, Attorney Glenn Kakal was here, Executive Officer Joe Ramos, Key, one of our editors, a couple more, our referees as well, joining us at the sideline. Thank you for your service here in our beloved Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Those are our staff wearing orange, making sure that everything in terms of gameplay are in order. Some people as well behind the scenes, our production team, including our producers and our editors, our technical people, and also our director, and Freddy Picardal. Thank you so much once again for your service here in the MPBL. All right, there you have it, folks. Thank you for joining us. Have yourselves a nice Sunday. This has been Mix Gomez. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.